I'm going to show you how to make an origami dove that flaps its wings from an A4 piece of paper. But actually it's a square piece of paper that we need, so first of all I'm going to turn this A4 piece of paper into a square piece of paper. So make sure you fold this corner to this edge very, very carefully. Always helps to do this on a table, helps you get a much more accurate fold, and make sure you press down the folds hard. Okay, so we have a triangle folded over there, and that then allows us to fold a rectangle over on this edge, like so. And if we open that up, we're left with a square piece here and a rectangular piece here, which I'm going to cut off. It also helps to know which side you're working on, so I'm going to write a number 1 on this side and a number 2 on the other side. So if we look at side number 1 first, it has this diagonal fold folding in on itself. So that's called a valley fold, when it makes like a valley. And we need another valley fold going the other way, like so. Again, push down the creases very hard. Notice that when I created these diagonal valley folds, I folded one, then I unfolded the whole square, and then I folded the other one. This design won't work if you fold there and then fold again, because the creases will go in the wrong direction. So what you should be left with are 2 valley folds on side number 1 that are diagonal. Now I turn over to side number 2, and I'm going to do 2 more valley folds, but this time they are horizontal. And notice that these folds will be going in a different direction to the diagonal ones. So there's my first one, I turn it around 90 degrees, and there's my second fold. So we have diagonal valley folds on side 1, and we have horizontal valley folds on side 2. Now if you turn over to side 1 and hold it at the corners like this and push in, it makes what's called a square base, like that. And when you've made the square base, push the folds down. The next thing to do is to fold this point to the centre line, like so. Again, take your time to make sure it's as accurate as can be. And then we do the same with the other point to make it symmetrical. Then turn over the square and do another fold, and finally the last point folds over as well, and we're left with this, called a bird base, because lots of origami birds are made using this base. We now need to create a crease along here to help us with the next bit. So you have to fold this triangle at the top over and press down, and then do the same on the other side. and then put it back where it was before, but now we have a crease that's going to be very helpful for the next part. Next you have to open up the flaps like this and take this top sheet and use this fold that we've just created to create this kind of shape. Some of these folds are now in the wrong direction, so you have to manipulate them a little bit with your fingers to get them to fold the right way. Again, take your time, but once you're there, press down the folds very definitely. Now turn the piece over and do the same on the other side. So you open the flaps, you get the top piece of paper, and you open up this fold like that. You might need to run your fingers along the inside to change the mounting fold into a valley fold. Try and make sure everything's properly lined up. And then when you're there, fold it down. This one's not lined up that well, so I'm just trying to change some of the creases a little bit. There we go, it's a little bit better. Okay. Next, you have to fold the flap over all the way down the middle. And then do the same on the other side. Fold the top flap over, just one, not both. Fold all the way down the middle, and you're left with this. Now we fold the bottom triangle up. This will be one of the bird's wings. Turn over, do the same on the other side. Then you grab the piece in the middle, pull it out, and squash fold to create the head. Do the same with the tail. Now we're going to make the head itself, so you put your thumb inside, bend the top over, and squash fold. Creates the head of the bird like that. Next we open up the wings, so bring your fingers in from the head side, get them into this little gap here and open out the wing. And the same on the other side. Come in from the head side, get your fingers in the gap, open out the wing. So you'll see that the inside of the wings are visible when you're looking at the front of the bird. Make sure they're nice and rounded and shaped. And then you grab the front and the tail and you pull, and the dove flaps its wings. And that is how you make an origami dove.